In the annals of history, countless stories have been whispered about those who were chosen, set apart from the masses, to fulfill a grand, divine purpose. These individuals often found themselves cast into isolation, removed from the chaotic tapestry of daily life. What if I told you that this isolation is not a mere coincidence but a meticulously orchestrated phase? A phase designed by higher powers to prepare these chosen ones for their ultimate destiny. Let us embark on a journey through the corridors of time and spirituality, exploring the profound motivations and hidden knowledge behind this divine conspiracy of isolation. This is not just a tale of solitude but a dramatic revelation that challenges conventional notions of self-improvement and spirituality. Throughout history, many great leaders, prophets, and visionaries have experienced periods of profound isolation. Moses, before leading his people out of Egypt, spent 40 years in the desert. Jesus retreated into the wilderness for 40 days and nights. The Buddha meditated under the Bodhi tree, away from all distractions, until he achieved enlightenment. These periods of isolation were not accidental, they were divinely orchestrated phases of preparation. In these sacred moments of solitude, distractions are minimized, allowing for deep introspection and spiritual refinement. The chosen ones are stripped of the noise and chaos of everyday life, enabling them to hear the whispers of the divine more clearly. This is a time when the soul undergoes a transformation, shedding the layers of ego and pretense to reveal its pure essence. It is in this crucible of solitude that true spiritual awakening occurs, akin to a seed planted in fertile soil, nurtured by the gentle hand of the divine. Isolation serves as a conduit for hidden knowledge, a portal through which the chosen ones access the secrets of the universe. This knowledge is not readily available to the uninitiated. It requires a period of purification and preparation. The ancient mystics and sages understood this well. They often retreated to remote caves or mountaintops, away from the prying eyes of society, to commune with the divine and receive sacred teachings. In modern times, this concept might seem foreign, yet it holds true. The chosen ones are given a unique opportunity to delve into the mysteries of existence, to explore the depths of their own consciousness, and to connect with the divine on a profound level. This hidden knowledge empowers them to fulfill their divine purpose with clarity and conviction. But why does the divine orchestrate this period of isolation for the chosen ones? What are the motivations behind this sacred strategy? The answer lies in the need for undistracted time and space to cultivate spiritual fortitude and discernment. In our daily lives, we are constantly bombarded by various forms of distractions, social interactions, media, work pressures, and even our own thoughts. These distractions can significantly hinder spiritual growth and obscure the clarity needed to understand and pursue one's divine purpose. When the chosen ones are called into isolation, it is a deliberate act to create a space where these external influences are minimized. This period of solitude allows for a profound inner transformation. The chosen ones learn to depend solely on divine guidance and provision, fostering a deeper trust in the divine. They confront their deepest fears, doubts, and desires, peeling away the layers of ego and self-importance. In this sacred solitude, they develop a heightened awareness of their interconnectedness with all beings and the universe itself. Isolation also serves as a training ground for spiritual warfare. In the spiritual realm, battles between forces of good and evil are constantly waged. These battles manifest as challenges, temptations, and opposition that the chosen ones must face as they pursue their divine purpose. During isolation, the chosen ones have the opportunity to strengthen their spiritual resilience. Removed from the distractions and support systems of daily life, they learn to rely more heavily on divine strength and guidance. This dependence fosters a deeper spiritual connection and builds the inner fortitude necessary to withstand spiritual attacks. Moreover, isolation sharpens the discernment of the chosen ones. In the quiet and solitude, they can better perceive the subtle influences of the spiritual realm. This heightened sensitivity is essential for discerning the divine will and direction for their lives. The concept of isolation as a divine preparation is not new. Throughout history, we see examples of individuals who were called into solitude before embarking on their great missions. The hermits of early Christianity, the Sufi mystics of Islam, and the ascetics of Hinduism all understood the value of retreating from the world to seek spiritual enlightenment. Consider the story of Saint Anthony the Great, one of the founders of Christian monasticism. He retreated to the Egyptian desert, living in isolation for 20 years. During this time, he faced numerous spiritual battles, but through his solitude, he achieved profound spiritual insight and became a beacon of wisdom and inspiration for others. Similarly, the Sufi mystic Rumi often spoke of the value of solitude in his poetry. He described the isolation as a means to shed the ego and connect with the divine. Rumi's own spiritual journey was marked by periods of seclusion, where he delved deep into the mysteries of existence and emerged with a heightened sense of divine love and wisdom. In today's fast-paced, interconnected world, the idea of embracing isolation might seem radical or even counterintuitive. Yet, for those seeking a more unconventional approach to self-improvement, it holds profound potential. The divine conspiracy of isolation invites us to step away from the noise and busyness of modern life and to embark on a journey of inner transformation. This path is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage to face the unknown, to confront one's deepest fears and doubts, and to embrace the solitude that allows for true spiritual growth. But for those who are willing to take this leap, the rewards are immeasurable. Isolation provides a unique opportunity for uninterrupted time with the divine. Without the distractions of daily life, chosen ones can devote more time to prayer, meditation, and the study of sacred texts. This dedicated time fosters a deeper understanding of divine wisdom and a stronger connection to the divine presence. Central to this journey of isolation is the concept of intent. The chosen ones are not merely passive recipients of divine guidance, they actively seek to align their intentions with the divine will. This alignment is crucial for navigating the spiritual path and fulfilling their divine purpose. Intent acts as a guiding star, illuminating the path ahead and providing clarity in times of uncertainty. It helps the chosen ones to prioritize their spiritual growth over worldly engagements, reinforcing the importance of their divine connection. This intentional focus is what sets the chosen ones apart, enabling them to perceive life through the lens of love, compassion, and divine wisdom. As we draw this journey to a close, it becomes evident that isolation is not a punishment but a divine gift. It is a sacred arrangement, meticulously designed to prepare the chosen ones for their higher purpose. Through isolation, they undergo a profound transformation, accessing hidden knowledge, developing spiritual fortitude, and aligning their intentions with the divine will. This revelation challenges conventional notions of self-improvement, offering a dramatic and conspiratorial perspective that resonates with those seeking a more unconventional approach to spirituality. It invites us to embrace the solitude, to delve deep into our inner selves, and to emerge with a heightened sense of purpose and clarity. So, if you find yourself in a period of isolation, remember that you are not alone. You are part of a divine conspiracy, a sacred journey that has been designed to prepare you for your ultimate destiny. Embrace this time, for it is in the quiet embrace of isolation that the seeds of spiritual awakening bloom, nurtured by the gentle hand of the divine. In the end, the story of isolation is not just about being alone, it is about being chosen, set apart for a greater purpose. It is about the divine conspiracy that orchestrates our lives, guiding us towards a profound spiritual awakening. So, let us embrace the isolation, delve into the hidden knowledge, and align our intentions with the divine will. For in doing so, we unlock the true potential of our souls and fulfill our destiny as the chosen ones.